Today's video is very important for all those civil engineers, electrical engineers, mechanical, chemical, industrial who are stuck on the site area and they want to become a planning engineer. I am going to explain about the job role of a planning engineer. The job role is very important to understand. Before joining that job career, you need to understand what are the core responsibilities of a planning engineer and why you need to join this job career. Let me make it very clear. It is the recent survey that planning engineers are getting 10 times bigger salaries than other job careers. And in longer run, these people are going to become a project managers. So stay till the end of today's video because the way I'm going to convey you all of these things, this is going to give you a real industry based exposure and make your mindset that why you should pursue this job career in next 1 or 2 months and what are the important skills you need to learn and make a practical approach to become a planning engineer and get shortlisted for Gulf region industries and international global multinational companies. Well, my name is Engineer Waqas Ahmed. I'm the trainer, coach, consultant, and career guide for all those engineers who are struggling there on the site area with low salary, with no growth. I guide them. What are the important steps they need to take right now? So that is what I am going to make today's video. Before getting into the detail of today's video, I would request you people to subscribe this channel so that in future, if I'm going to make any kind of relevant video, which is going to give you the benefit in your skills and career development, you get that link on time. So well, let's talk about project planning and scheduling. Project planning engineers. If you are going to look at any job ad, you are going to apply there on LinkedIn, Indeed, Bait.com, Naukri Gulf, Dubizel, anywhere. You will find a keyword planning engineer. Just right there in the search bar area, and you will find many job roles like planning engineer, senior planning engineer, mid-career level planning engineer. They need this job role in building construction projects, road construction projects, airport construction, MEP, pipeline, solar, everywhere you need planning engineers because before launching any project, every single company need to submit project schedule. And this important document, which I'm saying project schedule, is the core responsibility of a planning engineer. To make this project schedule is the major responsibility of a planning engineer. So, in that certain job post ad, you will find such kind of lines like, we need a planning engineer who is developing the project schedule from scope, BOQ, and method statements. Now, these are the input documents. BOQ is bill of quantity. Whenever you are going to launch a project, you need to take off quantities, whatever you need to utilize on that project. You need to build a building, road, pipeline, you need steel, you need concrete, you need cement, what kind of work you need to execute on the site area. So that's one document which quantity surveyor and senior designers are going to develop is called bill of quantity. Now, the major portion of your work description is given in this document. So planning engineer need to understand this document and need to extract all the major deliverables in a certain pattern out of this document and prepare project scope baseline. So that is the first, responsibility of a planning engineer. Either you are a civil engineer, you should understand civil BOQs relevant to the buildings, roads, infrastructure, dams. If you are a mechanical engineer, you must understand BOQ relevant to the piping projects, relevant to the fabrication projects, tanks projects, solar projects, or whatever the project you are going to get hired, right? The second thing I have already explained, the major deliverables, WBS. A planning engineer should be eligible to convert that BOQ data into WBS data. Now, what does mean by WBS? Work breakdown structure. Now, work breakdown structure is something to different deliverables. I'm going to launch a project. This is oil and gas field project. Now, this oil and gas field comprises of a 100-kilometer pipeline, maybe 100 tanks, 40 buildings. So these are the major deliverables. So first I have to break down my project into first level of WBS like design, procurement, construction, and something like that. Then I have to further divide this design into civil drawings, electrical drawings. That is called WBS. So this guy should understand, must understand how to convert my raw data given in BOQ, given in contract agreement, given in the design documents into proper structure knowledge like WBS, and should upload in Primavera P6 with proper evaluation, with duration. Logic mean dependency diagrams, calendar means to set up project calendars and milestones, right? And then this planning engineer, right after filtering out the scope from BOQ into deliverable format, and then further this deliverable with the task list, and then further this task list, like I need to build a building. Now, this building is comprised of foundations, columns, beams, and so on. Now, this foundation should be added further more task list and milestones, like I have to make site preparation, the excavation, compaction. Likewise, other project activities will come under those WBS. Like if there is a piping, I have to make fabrication, and then I have to make their different spools. Then, this would be a task list, right? So after compiling this complete loading of task list in that certain Primavera P6 or MS project, I'm supposed to link them up like dependency model, like logic, which task should be performed, and then what is the next task, right? So that is the responsibility. We as a planning engineer need to understand the dependency, right? And then duration will be calculated from the resource availability, right? And then of course these resources, like how many helpers are available, how many welders are available, and we need to understand how to load these resources. Software oriented work, like how to integrate now resource management with all the scope data. And then the output will be critical path method. Our construction model will be critical path method in our construction industry, in our oil and gas industry. Like we are going to develop critical path method. Now, critical path method is going to define project duration, project strategy, and it is the shortest possible time in which you are going to develop that project. Okay. And then you are going to handle total float. You are going to prepare different PMS sheets, right? Progress measuring sheets, tracking sheets. As a planning engineer, you need to understand ROCs, rule of credit, weightages. And if you don't understand all of these things, you think, oh, everything is going way ahead, above than my head. Then you must attend my upcoming live free masterclass in which I'm detailing each and everything, right? So for that, you have to write in the comment section area, Primavera P6, my team is going to approach you and provide you the link for live free masterclass, right? So these are the major responsibilities. Like you have to prepare progress reports, different kind of, you have loaded every single task about building road pipeline on your project schedule software like Primavera P6. You link up them, you give the duration, you loaded the resources. Now, out of this data, what you have loaded as per the logic, you have to develop different kind of S curves and progress profiles, labor curves, labor histograms, non-labor curves, non-labor histograms, and each and everything. Because this is going to give you futuristic understanding in next month what kind of resources I will be requiring on the site area, how much funds I need to request to the client, right? So then, yes, as a planning engineer, coordination is the international kind of thing. Communication should be there. You have to communicate with your construction team, you have to communicate with your procurement team, design team, client, consultant, and each and everything. Communication is must to do thing, right? So your project is started. This is quick model which I'm going to explain you people. Your project is started. What is the next task? You have to just divide what kind of approach my project client is going to adopt. You have to get into the instructions. So schedule approaching is very important thing at this time. Either you are going for critical path method. Critical path method is one of the scheduling approach. There are many other ones, but as a planning engineer on construction industry, oil and gas industry, there are many others like agile, adaptive, but most important over here is critical path method. If you are working on plant shutdown, yes, you can go for agile as well. Like time to time, you are going to change the things. You are going to take the feedbacks on as per the scenario. You are going to change the plan. But here we are going to see scheduling approach. And this scheduling approach is going to help you which tool is most important, comprehensive, going to support your approach, right? Like Primavera P6, Excel, Microsoft Project, Deltek, Cobra, many others one. But Primavera P6 is the best one right now. And then scheduling tool, you are going to approach what is the best tool as of now. So as a planning engineer, you need to understand this cycle as well. So afterwards, you have to, as a planning engineer, you have to deal with the specific data. What kind of data? BOQ, where every single work description is given there. Your time management, cost management, resource management, these are project management constraints. You have to implement all of these things on your project scope and prepare your data and get ready a very much familiar planning data to load in Primavera P6. And afterwards, you have to prepare your complete schedule model. Like I have, my approach has been already shortlisted like critical path method. Now I have to prepare critical path method, complete bar chart, Gantt chart, and I have to submit that one, right? So there will be complete CPM models. And finally, once it's done, I will be ready for tracking. Planning engineer is going to do all of these things. And then finally, after the life cycle is completed, my project is done and I'm going to deliver that project. So this is kind of detailed video which is going to help you to understand it doesn't matter you are working on a building, road, pipeline, factory, mill, or any combined cycle power plant, solar, wind, whatever project is there you are working on. If you want to adopt project planning control job career in future, one thing is sure, you are going to become a project manager. So this major milestone is going to start from this tiny milestone. Like you need to understand the job role of a planning engineer, right? So I have explained each and everything. If you have any further query, if anything is confusing for you, you can write in the comment section area and click the link which is showing you subscribe right now and be part of my planning engineering community. See you in my next video.